Hello and welcome back to the 1963 art channel. This particular piece is a part of a commission which comprises of 9 paintings which are the architectural marvels of Delhi. 1963 is conducting its first ever cityscape painting workshop, and so I thought let's go through a proper revision of how we do these cityscape paintings. You know that we always start a piece from the skyline, and our patron has allowed us to use 3 basic colors, that is wine beige and grey green. So beige being the lightest color, I've used it to apply on the sky. The first thumb rule of starting with the skyline is always dragging the strokes downwards and applying more water so that when we tilt the page, we'll be able to allow the water to flow downward. We have also flicked on the brush with the pigment still on it so that it creates a splash-like pattern onto the page. This adds a better watercolor vibe. We use these extra droplets of water here and there and sort of make it blend into the structure. At this point, we also start using the wine color, and we have taken it upward and sort of allowed it to sync with the beige color. You will see that eventually the wine color sort of also blends into the skyline along with the beige without creating rough edges. There's no definite border, and the idea is to play along the ideas of highlights and shadows. Like I always say, you must always have a good idea about your color palette. It should be ready before you start painting at all, and understand which are the darker colors, which are the lighter colors, which are the colors that can help create continuity between two colors that are completely different. At this point, we have started introducing the grey-green color into the areas that are sort of between the wine as well as beige. So far, since we were creating the first layer, we were using a very diluted version of the pigment, and now that we are revisiting the structure, what we're doing is we're allowing a little more pigment to exist onto the page. By doing so, you introduce a darker version of the same colors, and that helps create the disparity between your highlights and your shadows. I will now be playing around with the paint until I have acquired the desired outcome. The color that I'm using now is basically the grey-green without having cleaned the brush from the wine color. This way we try and allow the two colors to blend together. Now that I'm satisfied with my first layer, I'm quickly going to sign onto this paper. I'm writing the name of this monument, and I'm also adding my name to it. Do not forget to sign your pieces. It is like the most important part of your art, apart from the art itself. Now I'll quickly allow this piece to dry. This is what the dried up version looks like, and now I'm revisiting the piece by applying a darker version of wine. By now you have a clearer idea where you want your shadow areas, how much more pigment do you want, where do you want to place more colors. So that is exactly what I'm doing now. Previously, when I had added a more pigmented version of the wine color, the pigments were already very wet, and so they all ended up blending well together. After everything dries up, you sort of get a better idea as for where you need to add more shadows. And I'm revisiting the piece not just with the wine color, I'm also using the green color. I'll be using the beige color to go back to certain areas. Since I had to use only these 3 colors to create 9 pieces, I decided I will pick one dominant color for 3 illustrations, and so this one had wine as the dominant color, and that does not mean I did not add the beige or the gray green, but in the upcoming videos I will be showing how I created the next piece using gray green as the dominant color and then another one with beige as the dominant color. I'll be uploading all 9 process videos, and please do try this technique out at home and let us know how much you enjoyed, what your outcome was like, and do come back again next time. Bye.